Hi there guys. Melbourne Grand Prix is just finished, the race. If you haven't watched it and you're planning to watch it, you can just leave this video because I'm going to talk about the race. And so if you don't want any spoilers, just leave. Feel free to leave now. But anyway, pole position was Sebastian Vettel, and Mark Webber had second place. Very strong Red Bull performance, and Lewis Hamilton managed third position, Massa fourth, Alonso fifth, Rosberg sixth, Raikkonen was number 7. So there were no safety car in this race, no touch at all in the first corner, which is pretty unusual. I have to say McLaren did a poor job today. I'm not entirely happy with how they're performing at the moment, but hopefully they'll get a little bit better during the season. Nico Rosberg did a fairly good job, but his car had some issues and he finally retired. Maldonado actually spun out. He hit the grass during braking in the first corner, so just as Alonso did in 2011. So it was pretty much the same. Alonso did it in qualifying, I think, so he went out in Q2 due to that. But anyway, Lewis Hamilton went for a two-stop strategy, which worked for a very long time, and then at the end he just said, I can't do this anymore, and he went for another pit stop. I think that a two-stop strategy in this race was crucial, because that's what Raikkonen did, and he managed to win this race in front of Alonso and Vettel. Massa did 4th position. Lewis Hamilton was dropped back to 5th position after leading the race for a long time. Then he had to do this extra pit stop that he didn't want to do, so he ended up in 5th. It's not the worst, gotta say. But Sutil, that was an awesome performance in my opinion. He was driving really good. He was leading, I think, for a fairly long time. To be Force India, he finished in 7th place, just ahead of Di Resta that finished 8th. Jenson Button didn't manage more than 9th position for the finish, and Perez was number 11. He was fighting Grosjean in 10th place for a long time, and he almost got him. Just couldn't pull it completely. Ricardo retired. I didn't catch that incident, but Nico Hülkenberg didn't start the race today because he had some issues with the fuel. So the team feared for his safety, so they didn't let him start. And so he saw the race from the pits today. And Kimi Raikkonen did his second win after his comeback. I would say, in my opinion though, it was his first kind of proper win, because after his comeback, of course, but in Abu Dhabi 2012, Lewis Hamilton had issues with the car and the car failed. So, in my opinion, Lewis Hamilton should have won that race. But I gotta say, Lotus has really impressed me 2013 season, at least now in the start. They seem to be really soft on the tires, which allowed Kimi Räikkönen to win today. He managed to do a 2-stop race instead of a 3-stop, as most of the other cars did. And wow, just gotta say, impressive. It's Grosjean didn't pull off his best performance, but he can do better, I know. And yeah, I'm so looking forward to Malaysia. It was Alonso was kind of hoping for Raikkonen to crash or have any issues, because it was a little bit too far behind to actually catch him, but he still pushed it just because of Raikkonen may be making a mistake. And it was a little bit of rain in some of the teams fared for rain and told the drivers that it might become rain and you might need to come in to switch your tires. If it would be as much rain as it would be Intis, then Lewis Hamilton and Kimi Räikkönen would have a huge advantage, since they didn't go for a 3-stop strategy. But fortunately that didn't happen, so then Lewis Hamilton had to go for his last pit stop and he screwed his race pretty much. So it was plan B, and Raikkonen pulling off the win. Congratulations, gotta say. And I think that I'll leave this video here and stay tuned for more Back of the Grid. It's coming up real soon, and bye. See you guys then. Bye.